One of the aspects of life at Heart Mountain that is often forgotten is just how boring it could be. This was especially true for the children here. A lot of kids had come from urban environments like Los Angeles and thrust out here into the middle of nowhere. They didn't know what to do with themselves. In fact, in the early days of camp, there was a real problem with teenagers forming youth gangs that would rove around the camp making mischief. To combat this, the adults of the camp created the Heart Mountain Recreation Department, which established all sorts of activities for both kids and adults alike to keep them busy. Now, in the summertime, they undertook major projects within the camp, such as the construction of huge skating rinks, so that some of these California kids could try ice skating for the first time. But in the summertime, they also needed activities. And so they created the Heart Mountain Swimming Hole, which is just behind me here. Now, it doesn't look like much now, but if we had come here in the 1940s, in addition to the swimming area itself, you would have also seen picnic tables all around here. You would have seen diving platforms. You would have seen a lean-to shelter so that people could hang out here in the evenings and be protected from the wind. And so it was really a regular beach party right out here in the middle of Wyoming in the summertime. Now, it should be said that the swimming hole was not the only place at Heart Mountain to swim. A lot of the more adventurous kids chose to sneak out beyond the fence and go down to the Shoshone River to swim. Some kids took the more convenient route of going out and swimming in the irrigation canal that sat just outside of the residential area. The only problem with that was that the current for both the Shoshone and the irrigation canal could be pretty swift in the middle of the summer. And in 1943, a 10-year-old Boy Scout was actually drowned in the canal and swept away. He was nearly all the way up to Powell before his body was recovered. And so after that, the administration really cracked down on swimming in the canals, and the swimming hole became the place to be here. Now, it wasn't without its own hazards. In fact, up on the shelf above us, there was a 9-hole dirt golf course. It was nothing fancy, just something that the incarcerated golfers had built for themselves to keep themselves occupied with their favorite pastime. The problem was that the kids would walk back and forth across the golf course to get to the swimming hole. And so sometimes they would have to duck flying golf balls just to get here. Their way of fighting back against the golfers was to take any golf ball they found on the ground along their way and tuck it into their swim trunks and walk away with it. This incensed the golfers so much that the story was told that after a year or two of this, they started, in fact, aiming for the children that were heading across to the swimming hole. Overall, though, the swimming hole was a great attraction to keep the kids of the camp busy. And it remains today as a reminder that over half of the incarcerated population here were children. And they had been taken miles from their home and left here with very little to do, just trying to pass the time until their normal lives could resume.